So this is going to be a review of the assignment sheet for our essay 2. We have now moved on to our second essay. We are flying through the semester, you guys. Okay, so we are going to be evaluating a film. You'll be talking about a film that you've already seen, unless you want to watch something in particular and use it as the basis for this. You may certainly treat this as permission to go and watch a movie right now. You need it for your English class. So if there's something out there that you want to watch and you have not been able to talk yourself into taking the time to do it, you now have the permission of your teacher. So in this essay, you will be writing a review of a movie. You're going to need to do a few things before you really get started. First, you'll need to really clearly define the criteria on which you plan to base your evaluation. And by that, what I mean is you can't just say, this is the best movie ever made, or this is the worst movie ever made. You need to lay down some parameters for your writing first. Below is a list of possible items to consider. You will want to choose at least 3 of these to talk about in your essay. You might want to talk about symbolism or a deeper meaning within a movie. The language that's used, the setting, the plot, the themes, any of these things, and choose from this list at least 3. You'll need to have a very clear, specific thesis statement at the end of your introduction paragraph. And I am going to post a video that I did not do, but that I have used in my face-to-face classes that is a really great example of how to work your way to a really good thesis statement. This thesis statement should sum up your overall evaluation of your subject. Do not merely write the movie was good or bad. You must give specific criteria by which you are judging it. So here we've got an example thesis. Although there is some crude language and violence, Marvel's The Avengers is a wholesome, positive movie for teenagers due to its fantastical setting, its truly heroic characters, and its spiritual message. So you see, with that thesis statement, we've told our readers we're going to talk about this film, and we are going to make this particular argument that it's a wholesome, positive movie, not just that it's a good movie or a bad movie. Try to keep those terms out of your approach to this essay because, those are terms that are, different for everybody. What's a good movie for me may not be a good movie for you. So try to choose something that's a little more descriptive of what you actually mean. So we're going to argue that this is a wholesome and positive movie for teenagers. We're also specifying our audience here, who it is that we anticipate the movie is going to appeal to. So that's helpful as well. And then we lay out those 3 things that I'm asking you to consider. That I'm asking you to consider as you write about or as you read about this particular film. I am going to talk about this film as it relates to its setting, its characters, and its message. So the 3 things you want to lay out in that thesis statement right from the get-go so that your reader knows exactly what to expect. Then you want to go through your body of your essay with, your very beginning paragraph, early on in the essay, maybe needs to be a summary of the video of the movie. It should not be the majority of the essay. In fact, if it is the majority of the essay, you will definitely not get a great grade. You want to have a very distinct paragraph for each criteria point. And then here are some things that you want to make sure you get into that paragraph. Specific, detailed examples from the movie to help you prove your points. Direct quotations from at least 2 outside sources, professional movie reviews. 1 brief anti-paragraph in which you show the negative points if your essay is positive, or in which you show the positive points if your essay is negative. So what we're doing with the different paragraphs here is we're going to have ourselves a nice, brief, concise summary at the beginning of the essay, and then a number of paragraphs for each one of those 3 points, at least 3 points that you're going to look at the movie through. Whether that's the soundtrack, the characters, the plot, etc., etc. And then you also want to have the opposite argument that you can then deconstruct for your reader so that they'll know why your points are correct and anybody who says otherwise is just crazy. No, you never say that the person you're arguing against is crazy. That's not good rhetoric. Okay, you need to have a conclusion paragraph, and you definitely need to have a works cited page in this essay. You're going to need to have at least, at the bare minimum, 3 to 4 pages. And I say bare minimum because I don't see how you can get through each one of these things and have a good, thorough, complete discussion of them in less than that. So these are the things that are required to have a good, acceptable essay 2. The thesis statement is going to be, I think, the thing that makes or breaks your essay, because if you don't have a good thesis statement as you're getting started, a good working thesis statement as you're getting started, it's hard to figure out where you want to go. And once you get the essay kind of down on paper and you have a better idea of what you're wanting to say, then you can go back in and restructure and rewrite that thesis statement so that it does actually speak to what you're doing. So if you have need of any more suggestions here, do just email me and I'll do my best to get back with you as quick as I can. I would say that there are, if you don't have like Netflix or HBO, and you need to have like a refresher of your film that you're going to write about, the school library has videos and movies that you can check out, both online and in person. There's the ability, you have the ability to get videos online and in person from your local library. You can get them, you can actually get them, online and not have to go to the library. So just go to the local library website and it'll give you the option to, log in and look at their catalog. So look and see what they've got. If you can't think of a good movie to explore, a good way to go might be to look at IMDb, which has got a list of the top 250 movies ever. So there are some suggestions there that you might want to consider as you're thinking about a movie that's going to be good for you to write about. You want to think about a couple of things as you're choosing your film. Think about, if it's not a movie that you have access to rewatch, you might want to try to use a film that you've recently seen. You might want to use a film that evokes a strong emotion for you. I was a huge fan growing up of Wonder Woman. And so when the first Wonder Woman movie came out, I was beside myself with excitement and went to see it with my mother and my sister. I saw it a number of times. I bought it on DVD. I did all the things. Because that's such a, I have such a strong connection with that character and with the storyline, I could probably write an essay like this without having to go back and watch the movie again. And plus, there are plenty of clips and that sort of thing on YouTube if you should have a movie in mind that you want to write about, but you don't have access to it. If you know of a movie that was just absolutely the worst thing that you ever saw, don't force yourself to watch it again, for heaven's sakes. But you are more than welcome to evaluate it as, in light of your opinion that it was a terrible movie. But you do need to make sure that you use 3 of these things and follow along with the rest of the essay requirements, even if you're saying this movie is terrible and everyone in it should just never work in the film industry again. So whichever way you want to go is fine. I don't have a preference either way, and it doesn't have to be a movie that I've seen. I can certainly, if I need to, I can certainly read a brief synopsis of the plot and that kind of thing. So if you have questions about this, just email me and I will do my best to get back with you as quick as I can. Have a wonderful week.